Hi there. In this video I'm going to share how to make a full body dragon puppet out of a few sheets of paper. Welcome along. My name is Ben Stanley and I design and create working replicas of beloved Muppets, puppets, characters and creatures. So if paper crafts your thing, please consider subscribing, and if you end up liking this dragon puppet video, please give us a thumbs up. So it's coming up to Chinese New Year as I film this, and it's going to be the year of the dragon, which felt like the perfect opportunity to give making a dragon puppet a go. So here he is. There he is. And this is made out of 3 sheets of paper. I'm going to show you how to do it. Let's get into it. So the first thing is always to score the lines that you're going to need to fold later, and you can do that, as I'm showing here, using a pair of scissors, or you could use a ballpoint pen that's run out of ink, or of course a paper scorer. I grant you it doesn't make for a thrilling watch, but it's going to help you immensely when you get to the folding part of this puppet. Next you'll want to colour it in, and the colours I've chosen have been dictated by the red and yellow paper that I've decided to use for the body, but of course you can use any colour that you want. Then we cut out the individual pieces and we're ready to fold along the score lines, and which way you fold, whether it's towards you or away from you, is made clear on the template that I've created to make this puppet. For me, one of the challenges I like to set myself is to make a puppet out of as few sheets of paper as possible, and I love it if I can make a face out of a single sheet, as I've done here. I'd recommend using thick paper such as 160 to 200 GSM for the head, just to give it a bit more strength once constructed. So this is a little section that we cut away earlier that we glue in at the back to create a strap for one of the fingers to sit in order to facilitate the opening and closing of the mouth. This is a thin strip that will become the whiskers, and it's glued into the back here. Then we're on to the main bit of gluing, and it can be a tad tricky, but if you really squeeze the 2 pieces of paper together at each tab and hold them there for a few seconds, it shouldn't take too long, although my tip is to hold them there for a bit longer than you think is needed, just to help the bonding process. Or alternatively, you could use double-sided sticky tape. Next we're gluing the bottom section, which is where your thumb will be inserted in order to open and close the mouth. And then we're going to add an extra section at the top to extend the head up. And then we're going to just fold out the side sections like this. The final bits of the head construction are to fold the corners of the lower mouth in to give it a bit more of a curved shape, and then just fold the lip down. Then we glue on the dragon's beard, and we curl the whiskers, and that's the face section done. So then we cut the 2 sheets of A4 paper into strips, and these strips will be the basis for creating the dragon's body. We glue the first 2 strips together at a 90-degree angle, and then fold them over each other until we come to the end of each piece of paper, and then we glue the next strips on and repeat the process. The first 2 strips are the same width, and then from the third one onwards they taper down, which will allow the shape of the body to start kind of sort of large and then taper down off into the tail. In terms of the paper thickness, I would use traditional sort of copier paper of whatever colour you want, which will give it a bit more flexibility than the thicker paper, so something around 80 GSM. And if you wanted a really multicoloured dragon, you could glue 2 sheets of different coloured paper together and then repeat that process with 2 different colours for the other sheet, and then when you fold them together you're going to end up with 4 colours threaded through the body of the dragon. To glue the body onto the head, we just fold up the first corner of the body and then glue it into the bottom of the jaw below where your thumb's going to be. And then the final touch is to add on the feet, and you can add those wherever you want on the body. So there you have it, a quick full-bodied paper puppet dragon made out of 3 sheets of paper.